The federal carbon tax faces another legal test in an Alberta court today. The province will make its case that the tax is unconstitutional. It's the third time a province has made that argument, and both times before, that argument has failed. Rafi Boudjikanian has more on why Alberta is trying next.
Alberta's consumer carbon tax was initially implemented by the previous NDP government, something Conservatives hated. It became a major election issue for Jason Kenney this spring.
The carbon tax is all economic pain and no environmental gain. Scrap the carbon tax cash grab.
Kenney's promises to get rid of the provincial carbon tax helped him get elected. And he also said he would fight Ottawa in court if the federal government imposed its own tax. But that kind of rhetoric hasn't flown with the court so far. Ontario and Saskatchewan made similar arguments before judges. They were struck down. Their appeals didn't work either, and they've kicked their concerns up to Supreme Court. Alberta is still proceeding with its own appeal. The official opposition here says that that's a waste of money, that it won't work. Alberta says it's estimating it'll spend around $300,000 on it. For observers, that could pay off in more than just political dividends.
We've had two courts of appeal say that this legislation is valid. This is the old third kick at the can strategy, where you say, well, why don't we see what our Court of Appeal will say? Maybe there's a chance that another set of judges looks at this and comes to a different conclusion.
Adams says a decision siding with the province, unlikely though it may be, would be one more argument for the anti-carbon tax side at Supreme Court in March. Rafi Boudjikanian, CBC News, Edmonton.
And just one additional note on that story. Cameras are going to be allowed in court for the 3 days of hearings in Alberta, and the proceedings will be live streamed, so we'll be able to watch as those arguments are made and bring you full coverage here on CBC News Network.